Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from kicksoncourt.com. Today I have a quick look at the recently released Under Armour Micro G Charge BB. So here is a look at the box label. And there's the retail price. It's $129.99. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Just to show you guys real quick, this is the BB box. This is a regular Under Armour box that has, the G torch, and I got another couple Under Armour boxes in the back somewhere. But yeah, this is just to show you, I'm about to get made fun of on court. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the Under Armour Micro G Charge BB. So thank you to everybody who requested these. And yes, in case you can't tell, that is complete sarcasm. You guys don't understand how ridiculous these look. No offense to Under Armour or anything, but I mean, you gotta know that this is not cool, man. There's no way. I don't care how good these play, or how good they may play. Nobody's gonna buy these. Like, I'm sorry, nobody will buy them, even on clearance. You'd have a hard time giving these away. Like, okay, here, check this out. This is gonna be a real off-the-wall type video. Usually I do a first impression written out on my website, kicksoncourt.com. I'll have pictures and all that stuff. But this is the only time, probably, unless there's another ridiculous shoe that ever releases in the future, this is the only time where I'll do a first impression on video. I'll still put pictures and everything on the website, so if you want to see detailed pictures and images and all that stuff, you can go to the site and check those out. But my first impression is going to be on video, just because this shoe is so ridiculous I have to do it on video. So I just hope I don't get beat up when I'm wearing these. Just like with a regular review, I start off at the bottom. This is just my initial thoughts, so this is not concrete, hard evidence or facts as far as this shoe's performance. This is how I think the shoe might perform. The traction itself, I don't know how well this is actually going to do. It is sticky right now, the clear sections. However, these are the only two traction pods there, so as soon as dust and dirt starts to get on the floor and on the bottom of your shoes, you're going to be most likely having to increase your wiping and all of that stuff. So that could have a negative effect on it. On a perfectly clean floor, this will probably stick to the floor like glue. Dusty floors, debris-ridden floors, like 24-hour fitness floors, YMCA floors, things like that, outdoor courts, this probably won't work whatsoever. I'll let you guys know for sure during the performance review. But that's pretty much what it is. I don't personally agree with the placement of the traction pods. I think that there needs to be something underneath the ball of the foot right here, because as a guard you push off this way, you don't push off back here. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's pretty much how I think the traction will perform. It might be okay, it might be great on a clean floor, which is pretty much how it works with most sneakers in general, but on a dusty floor this might really be a negative thing right here. So that's the traction. Let's move on to the potential cushion. Alright, so as you can see, it is a Micro G based foam sneaker. There is actually two layers of Micro G. First layer is with the insole itself. This is Micro G foam. So this is one plus to the shoe. I'll give it that. This is definitely a bonus, because you can take this out and put it inside of any other sneaker and you automatically have a thin layer of Micro G foam, which is extremely comfortable. So that's definitely a plus. As far as the rest of the cushion goes, you can't see it, but under there, man, this thing is just in the way. But under there, it's going to be a small footbed placement. Basically, it's going to run across the entire footbed, and that's going to be another layer of Micro G foam, which should be housed inside of this foam, which is usually Phylon. This feels a little bit lighter than Phylon, a little softer. so I don't know if it is Phylon or not, but we will assume that it is. First impression on the cushion itself, when I put my foot inside and walked around, jumped around, everything's very, very firm. Complete opposite of the Micro G Torch, which when you stick your foot in there, it feels like a pillow. So this one's probably going to take some breaking time. You will probably have very good court feel underfoot because of the firmness, but hopefully it softens up a little bit. This feels a little bit closer to the, I can't remember what they were. I think it was the Micro G Clutch. That was the first Under Armour shoe that I performance tested. So it feels similar to that, where it's like real firm. It's not quite as plush as a different type of Under Armour model, or cushion, the Micro G and all that stuff. So I know that the Bloodlines are really comfortable, just like the Torch, but these don't feel like that. So that is the cushion. As far as the materials go, it's basically 2 layers. Your first layer is your underlay here, and it is entire one piece. So if you see that, it's all a one piece upper, all the way to the tongue, all the way to the back of the heel. And this is their heat gear. So there you go. Basically what heat gear is exactly like their apparel line. So it wicks away moisture, it's fairly lightweight, and it allows some sort of ventilation for the rest of your body, and then in this case your feet. And it's a fabric material, feels kind of like canvas, but it is softer, and it is not anything close to a neoprene, so nothing like an Air Jordan 7 or 6 tongue. This feels a little bit different, so it's a little bit rougher in texture, just like a canvas, but it's a lot softer than a canvas. The only other material that's on here is just this overlay of synthetic. So you have that here on the tongue, going down, the toe rand, the side panels, and of course that giant nut hugger of a cup for the heels. So it's a decent synthetic. It's not anything that I would complain about. I think that it's fine. It's probably going to be very durable. The synthetic is there for 2 reasons. First reason is to protect the softer material underneath, and then the second reason is for structural support. So when you lace everything up, you can see these look like fingers, and that's exactly what it's going to do. So when you lace this up, it's going to grab your foot in those areas and really keep it in place. As far as the fit goes, first off, they fit true to size. Second off, they're a pain in the ass to get on your feet, and they're even worse to get off. This material right here, this whole area, does not stretch. So it just doesn't. So getting your foot in there is just a pain. Trying to get your foot out of there is even more work. So that'll be real fun when when your feet are all sweaty and all that stuff, and they're just like sticking to the inner walls. So we'll see how that goes. One thing that is apparent with the fit is that they are very, very form-fitting, very nice, feels very good. The lockdown felt great, especially in the heel, but it had nothing to do with any of this right here or this. So my biggest gripe with this whole shoe right here is just this articulated cup, not necessary. This actually felt like it was going to get in the way, so it probably will when I'm playing, because when you go to move this way, that cup moves with you. That's the only part of articulation that's there. They called this an articulated heel cup, but if it's only articulated in one motion, that's not articulation. Articulation is full free range of motion, and that's something that you would get with your ankle itself. So something like that when you wear it, and it would need to be free like a low. So if they would have cut that off and just shortened the tongue up and kept it all one piece, the entire shoe remained the same. Just do that to it, and that offered actually a perfect fit. And with the lacing system here, you can see that it would draw your foot back into the heel bed, into the midfoot, and the forefoot, which is literally perfect. So from here down, it's a perfect design. This here, that's just unnecessary. That's something that I think they use to catch people's eye, and unfortunately that's probably going to affect their sales, because I doubt that anybody's going to be buying these. Now, as far as that articulated cup that I was talking about, how it does move in the forward direction, it does not move left and right very well, so it feels funny on your foot. It does not offer you any more support than any other shoe on the market. I'll just tell you that right now, just to be very honest with you. I did try these on and moved around, and I could not move very comfortably back because it's stiff right there. So when you go and lift off and all that stuff, if you're sitting down and you have your leg positioned back there, you know what I mean, like you're sitting on the floor, it's not going to feel very good back there. And the zone pads, I didn't feel anything. I had these things laced up all the way. I'll show you what they look like on feet later. But yeah, so I think that all of this up here is just unnecessary, and I think honestly it was stupid for them to even do that. So it adds weight. It didn't, affect the fit. All of your great fit was from here up, and that's all you need. This actually got in the way. So bad job, Under Armour. You guys should know better. In my opinion, I think that's a rookie mistake for a designer. So if I owned a footwear company and I was dumb enough to even approve this right here, I would have fired a designer right afterwards. So, and I'm just being honest. I don't mean anything personal to anyone. So that takes care of the fit. Let's move on. So the ventilation, I already talked about. It's going to be coming from the material itself, the heat gear. It doesn't feel very well ventilated, but for all I know, this material could be very good as far as its moisture wicking properties. I don't know if the inner lining is the same stuff. It could be, it could not be, I'm not sure. So I'm kind of like up in the air with the ventilation. You can see here that there are perforations on the side panels, but it's sitting directly on top of this other material here. So if this isn't very well ventilated, then it will make that kind of like null and void. As far as their potential support, like I was saying in the fit section, it's all coming from the fit itself, and that starts from the ankle down. All of this up here, this is going to distract a player, and I was able to roll my ankle over no problem, and this is not going to stop me from an ankle injury whatsoever. Again, this is just the dumbest design I've ever seen, and I'm just being honest. You have some support structure there for your arch with the TPU spring plate. Will it be a spring and actually propel you forward? I don't know. The Air Jordan 11's carbon fiber plate was designed to do the same thing, and I personally did not feel anything, propelling me or springing me forward. So, for all I know, this plastic version of the carbon fiber string plate probably won't do that either. It'll probably add some unwanted rigidness and inflexibility to the shoe. So, but that's just my opinion. So, that takes care of that. So overall, honestly, I think that this could be a great shoe if they would have just made it a damn low. I don't understand where they are coming from with this. I do get disappointed in any brand, especially a new one, because this is an unwarranted risk. Under Armour sales are already pretty low as far as their performance footwear goes in the basketball market, just because Nike and Jordan kind of like kill that, and then Adidas is right behind them. So for them to do a marketing ploy such as this is going to have a negative effect as far as the actual looks, because I don't care how Back to the Future-ish you want to look, people are not going to want this on a basketball court. Everybody's thinking about lighter, lightweight this, lightweight that. I'll tell you right now though, as far as lightweight goes, I was the same speed in my Hyperdunk 2012s as I was in my LeBron 10s, and I jumped the same height as well as my peak vertical in both shoes. So weight has absolutely nothing to do with your performance. That is a gimmick. That is a marketing strategy to sell more sneakers. It does not matter if your shoe weighs 13 ounces or 18 ounces. So if you could jump, you could jump. If you can run fast, you could run fast. It does not matter what sneaker you wear. I tested both of those sneakers with the Nike Plus basketball system, and I had the same exact results in both shoes, and the LeBron 10 is a much heavier sneaker than the Hyperdunk 2012. So let's just get that right out of the way. It does not matter if your shoe is lightweight or not. You will play the same. If you suck, you suck. If you're good, you're good. Period. Anyways, like I was saying with this is a gimmick, and it's a stupid gimmick. So I just hope I don't get beat up when I'm on the basketball court for wearing something like this, because I already know I'm going to get made fun of. This looks ridiculous. Like, I'm not even joking. So, okay, so that pretty much takes care of it. I feel feel kind of like long-winded. I'm sorry, this is definitely a long video. And usually, like I was saying, I do a first impression write-up on my site. So in this situation, I'm just going to have images or pictures. I am not going to have a write-up because this is my first impression. This is the only time where it'll be in video form. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. Stay tuned to On Feed if you want to laugh at me. And until next time, guys, have a good one.